Do you sometimes feel stuck in life? Like no matter how hard you try, things do not change. Maybe you wake up tired, worried, or unsure about your future. You are not alone. Many people feel lost, confused, or full of self-doubt. Life can feel heavy, and it is easy to think, I cannot do this, or I will never be better. But imagine your life in a different way. Imagine waking up with energy, confidence, and hope. Imagine having clear goals, feeling proud of yourself, and seeing small progress every day. This life is possible. The difference between the life you have now and the life you want is not luck. It is the choices you make every day and the small steps you take to fight for your future. In this video, we will talk about how to take control of your life. We will explore ways to build discipline, find your purpose, and move forward even when life feels hard. You will learn simple habits and mindset changes that can create big results over time. Think of this as a journey. Today you may feel tired or unsure, but each small action you take can lead to real change. By the end of this video, you will see that the life you want is not far away. It is waiting for you. You just need to start fighting for it. Even if you feel weak or scared, remember, every strong person once felt the same way. The important thing is not to give up. Step by step, day by day, you can change your life. Let's start this journey together and discover how to build a brighter, stronger future. Section 1. Why people feel lost in life. Many people feel lost in life at some point. They wake up and do not know what to do. They go through the day without a clear goal or purpose. Life feels confusing, heavy, and sometimes even frightening. This feeling is normal. You are not alone if you feel like this. One reason people feel lost is daily stress. Work, school, family, and money problems can weigh heavily on the mind. When we are always busy, it is easy to forget what is truly important. Stress makes decisions harder and clouds our thinking. For example, you may feel stressed at work, rush home, and forget to spend time on your dreams or hobbies. This creates a cycle. Stress makes life confusing, and confusion increases stress. Another reason is comparison with others. We see other people's success on social media or in real life and feel small or behind. We ask ourselves, why am I not as good as them? Or, why is my life so different? Comparison steals joy and confidence. It creates a feeling of being lost because we focus on other people's lives instead of our own path. Lack of clarity is also a major reason. Many people do not know what they want from life. Without clear goals, every day feels the same. Life becomes reactive, responding to problems instead of moving forward. Imagine someone waking up, scrolling on their phone, going to work, and returning home without doing anything meaningful. This is the lost version of life, confused, reactive, and unfocused. Past failures can make people feel stuck. Maybe you tried something before, and it did not work. You may think, I will never succeed, and stop trying. Failure is powerful, but only if we learn from it. When we do not learn, past mistakes weigh on our minds and stop us from moving forward. Finally, fear of the unknown can make life feel scary. Taking new steps means leaving comfort zones. Many people stay where they are because it feels safe, even if it is not happy. Fear creates hesitation, which creates more confusion and lost time. But there is another way to live. There is the purpose-driven version of life. In this life, people have clarity, direction, and intention. They know their goals and take steps every day to achieve them. They see stress as a challenge, not a block. They focus on themselves, not on comparisons. They learn from failures instead of being stopped by them. And they take small actions even when the future is unknown. If you feel lost, remember that it is normal. Everyone experiences this at some point. Feeling lost does not mean failure. It is a signal that your life needs direction. You can take small steps to move from confusion to clarity, from stress to focus, and from fear to courage. One practical step is to write down your feelings. Take 5 minutes every day to write, how do I feel? What worries me? What do I want? This simple habit helps you understand yourself better. Another step is limiting comparison. Choose 1 hour each day without social media, and notice how your mind feels lighter. Finally, take one small action toward your goal every day, even if it is only 10 minutes of work on a personal project or learning something new. The journey from feeling lost to living a purpose-driven life begins with awareness. When you recognize why you feel lost, you can start making intentional choices. Stress, comparison, past failures, and fear will always exist, but they do not have to control your life. With small steps, you can create focus, direction, and power. Remember, feeling lost is not a weakness. It is a starting point. Many successful people were once lost. They felt confused, afraid, and unsure. The difference is, they chose to take small, consistent actions to find their path. You can do the same. Start today by identifying one reason you feel lost and take one action to move forward. This is the first step from a life of confusion to a life of clarity. You are not alone, and your future can be bright if you take control of it step by step. Section 2. The decision to fight back. There comes a moment in life when you can choose one of two paths. Continue living on autopilot, or take control and fight for a better future. Living on autopilot means following the same routine every day without thinking about your goals. You wake up, go through the motions, and let life happen to you. You may feel tired, unhappy, or stuck, but you keep moving because it feels easier than making a change. This is how many people spend years without realizing their potential. On the other hand, living with intention is very different. It means making conscious choices every day. It means deciding to act, even when it is hard, and taking responsibility for your life. The moment you choose to fight back is the moment everything can change. This decision does not need to be big or dramatic. It can be a simple promise to yourself. I will not give up. I will take control of my life starting today. Think of Sarah, a young woman who felt stuck in her job. Every day, she was tired and unhappy. She had dreams of starting her own business, but fear held her back. One day, after a long night of reflection, she made a choice. She decided to spend just 1 hour a day learning skills for her business. That small decision changed everything. Months later, she launched her business and began living a life she once thought impossible. The choice to fight back gave her direction and purpose. Another example is Daniel, a student who struggled with self-doubt. He was always comparing himself to others and felt like he would never succeed. One day, he decided he would stop waiting for the perfect moment and start taking small steps toward his goals. He began practicing daily, celebrating every small success and ignoring negative comparisons. Over time, Daniel built confidence and achieved milestones he never imagined. His life improved because he chose to rise instead of giving up. The power of this decision is that it sets the tone for every action you take afterward. Before the choice, life feels heavy, reactive, and uncertain. After the choice, life has direction, energy, and hope. It is like turning a key in a locked door. Once it opens, you can step into a world of possibilities. Making the decision to fight back also helps you face fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown are normal. But when you make a conscious choice to act, fear becomes a signal, not a barrier. Every time you act despite fear, your courage grows stronger. You begin to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. A simple exercise to take this first step is to write down one area of life where you feel stuck. Then, write one action you can take today to move forward, no matter how small. This could be sending an email, starting a new habit, or learning a new skill. Even a small step creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence builds results. Remember, no one starts perfect. Every person who achieved success made a decision to fight back before taking consistent action. The choice itself is powerful. It is the turning point between living passively and living intentionally. Once you make this decision, your life can never be the same again. Every day, ask yourself, am I living on autopilot or am I choosing to act? This question reminds you that your future depends on your actions today. The decision to fight back is not a one-time event. It is a mindset. Each day, you choose to rise, to grow, and to move forward. Your life can change starting right now. The moment you decide to fight for your future, you are stepping into a life of power and purpose. Autopilot is safe, but intention brings growth, joy, and fulfillment. Choose to act, take one step today, and feel the difference it makes. Section 3. Mastering your mindset. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy. If your mind is full of self-doubt, fear, and overthinking, it holds you back from achieving your goals. But if you train your mind to focus, believe in yourself, and act with courage, it becomes your strongest weapon. Mastering your mindset is not about being perfect. It is about learning how to control your thoughts and reactions every day. Many people struggle because their minds are full of negative habits. They think, I am not good enough, or I will never succeed. They overthink every choice and feel fear about the future. These thoughts create hesitation, worry, and stress. When your mind works against you, even small challenges can feel impossible. Life becomes heavy, and progress slows down. But there is another way. Powerful mental habits can change your life. Focus is one of the most important. When you focus on your goals, you give your energy to what really matters. For example, instead of worrying about what others think, you focus on the small actions that bring you closer to success. Belief is another key habit. Believing in yourself is not about being arrogant. It is about trusting that your effort will create results over time. Courage is also essential. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action despite fear. A growth mindset helps you develop these habits. People with a fixed mindset believe that talent and intelligence are fixed. They think, I cannot change. People with a growth mindset believe they can improve with effort and learning. When you adopt a growth mindset, mistakes become lessons, challenges become opportunities, and setbacks are just temporary. For example, if you fail at a project, instead of saying, I am a failure, you can say, I learned something that will help me succeed next time. Self-talk is another powerful tool. Pay attention to the way you speak to yourself. Replace negative thoughts with encouraging ones. For example, change. I cannot do this to I will try my best and I can improve. Small changes in self-talk can reduce fear, increase confidence, and help you take action. Emotional awareness is also important. Notice your feelings without judgment. When you feel anxious, frustrated, or sad, acknowledge it and ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? Emotional awareness helps you respond to challenges calmly instead of reacting with panic or stress. Here are simple daily practices to strengthen your mindset. Morning affirmations. Start your day by saying one positive statement about yourself or your goals. For example, I am capable of handling challenges today. Focus practice. Spend 10 minutes on one task without distraction. This builds concentration and reduces overthinking. Reflection journal. Each evening, write down one thing you did well and one thing you can improve. This helps you learn from your day. Courage action. Take one small action that feels uncomfortable each day. It could be speaking up, trying something new, or facing a fear. Remember, your mind can be a cage or a key. Negative habits trap you, but positive habits unlock your potential. You are not born with a perfect mindset, but you can train it every day. Just like physical exercise strengthens your body, mental exercises strengthen your mind. Imagine your life with a strong mindset. When challenges appear, you stay calm. When fear comes, you take action anyway. When failure happens, you learn and grow. This is the life of someone who has mastered their mind. Contrast this with a life controlled by negative thoughts. Fear stops you, stress overwhelms you, and small problems feel huge. The difference is clear, and the power is in your hands. Start today by noticing one negative thought and replacing it with a positive one. Take one courageous action, no matter how small. Each day, your mindset grows stronger, your confidence increases, and your ability to handle life improves. Mastering your mindset is not a one-time event. It is a journey, a practice you cultivate daily. The stronger your mind, the stronger your life. Focus, belief, and courage are your allies. Growth, self-talk, and emotional awareness are your tools. Use them consistently, and your mind will become your greatest weapon, helping you fight for your future and achieve your dreams. Section 4. Breaking your limits. Most people think their limits are real. They believe they cannot do more because they are not strong, smart, or talented enough. But the truth is, most limits exist in your mind. Your body is capable of much more than your mind allows. Fear, doubt, and hesitation often create barriers that do not really exist. When you push past them, you discover strength and potential you never imagined. Living in your comfort zone is easy. You follow the same routines, avoid challenges, and stay safe. At first, it feels good. There is no stress, and life feels predictable. But over time, comfort zone living becomes empty. You may feel bored, restless, or unfulfilled. You may see others achieving their dreams while you remain in the same place. Comfort protects you from fear, but it also stops growth. Growth zone living is very different. It is harder because it asks you to face fear, try new things, and take risks. But it is also more meaningful. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your mind and body. Each small act of courage builds confidence and momentum. For example, if you are afraid of speaking in public, starting with a short speech in front of friends can feel difficult. But this small act pushes your limits, and the next time, it becomes easier. Step by step, your courage grows. Many successful people started by stepping out of their comfort zones. They felt fear, doubt, and resistance, but they acted anyway. For instance, a young man wanted to start a small business. He worried about failure and criticism. Yet, he took small steps. He learned skills online, spoke to potential customers, and invested a little time and money. Each action was uncomfortable, but each success gave him confidence. Soon, he was running a business that once felt impossible. Breaking your limits begins with awareness. Notice when fear or doubt stops you. Ask yourself, is this fear real or imagined? Often fear exaggerates the difficulty of a task. When you recognize this, you can choose to act despite it. Even small actions matter. The mind remembers courage. Each time you do something that feels hard, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you thought. Another strategy is set small goals. Large challenges can feel overwhelming, but dividing them into smaller, manageable steps makes them achievable. If you want to run 5 kilometers but fear it is too hard, start with 1 kilometer. Each time you complete a step, your confidence grows and your limits expand. It is also important to embrace failure. Many people stop trying because they fail once. But failure is not the end. It is a lesson. Each time you fail, you learn what does not work and gain experience. Courage grows through persistence. The difference between someone who breaks their limits and someone who stays stuck is the willingness to try again after failure. Finally, surround yourself with inspiration. Seek people, books, or stories that show what is possible. Witnessing others overcome fear and doubt motivates you to push your own limits. Inspiration reminds you that your potential is greater than you imagine. Remember, breaking your limits is not about a single heroic act. It is about daily small acts of bravery. Saying yes to challenges, facing fears, and moving forward when you feel doubt. Comfort zone living may feel safe, but growth zone living creates purpose, confidence, and power. Start today by identifying one area where you feel limited. Take one small step that scares you a little. Celebrate it. The next day, take another step. Over time, your limits will expand, your courage will grow, and your life will become richer and more meaningful. The hardest part is starting. Once you do, you will realize that your limits were never real. They were only in your mind. Section 5. Creating a purpose-driven life. Many people go through life without purpose. They wake up, follow routines, and do what is expected of them. They work, study, or live without really knowing why. Life feels disconnected, passive, and sometimes even empty. Every day blends into the next, and motivation is low. This is what it means to live without a clear why. When you do not know your purpose, it is easy to feel lost, tired, and frustrated. On the other hand, living with purpose changes everything. Purpose is the reason you get out of bed in the morning. It is the why behind your actions. People with purpose feel motivated, focused, and driven, even during difficult times. Purpose gives energy to your actions and meaning to your life. For example, a parent working hard to provide for their family may feel tired, but their purpose gives them strength to continue. A student learning new skills may feel bored at times, but when they remember their dream job, their focus increases. Purpose is like a compass. It guides your choices and actions. Finding your personal purpose begins with reflection. Ask yourself, what matters most to me? It could be family, career, health, personal growth, helping others, or leaving a legacy. There are no wrong answers. Everyone's purpose is different. What matters is that it feels meaningful to you. Writing your thoughts down can help. Take 10 minutes each day to answer questions like, what do I want to achieve in life? And why do I want it? Over time, patterns will emerge, revealing what truly drives you. Purpose also increases confidence and discipline. When you have a clear why, decisions become easier. You no longer waste time on distractions. You say no to things that do not align with your goals and yes to things that move you forward. For instance, if your purpose is to improve your health, it becomes easier to exercise regularly and choose healthy food, even when it feels difficult. Discipline grows naturally when your actions connect to something meaningful. Stories show the power of purpose. Think of Maria, who dreamed of becoming a teacher. She faced financial struggles and doubts from others, but her purpose kept her focused. She studied every evening, worked part-time, and eventually achieved her dream. Her sense of purpose gave her energy and determination she might not have had otherwise. Or consider Jamal, who wanted to start a charity to help children. Every small effort mattered because he remembered his why. Purpose turned challenges into motivation and obstacles into opportunities. A purpose-driven life is not only about big goals, it is also about small actions every day. Even minor steps aligned with your purpose make a difference. For example, learning a new skill, saving money, or helping someone in need all add up over time. Purpose gives these small steps meaning, turning ordinary actions into powerful progress. To discover your purpose, try these simple exercises. List your passions. Write down the things you enjoy most or care about deeply. Look for patterns. Identify your strengths. What are you naturally good at? How can you use these skills to help yourself or others? Visualize your ideal life. Imagine your life in 5 years. What are you doing? How do you feel? Set a small goal aligned with your purpose. Take one action today that connects with your purpose, no matter how small. Purpose is not always obvious, and it can change over time. The important thing is to stay curious, keep exploring, and take action that feels meaningful. When you have a purpose, even difficult challenges feel manageable. Fear becomes a signal, not a barrier. Stress becomes a challenge to overcome. Life feels richer, more focused, and full of energy. Contrast the two lives clearly. Living without purpose feels heavy, slow, and empty. Living with purpose feels alive, powerful, and intentional. Every choice becomes a step forward, and every action has meaning. Confidence grows because you know your why, and discipline grows because your actions connect to your goals. Purpose fuels growth, resilience, and happiness. Start today by asking yourself, what matters most to me? Write your thoughts, reflect on your passions and strengths, and take one small action toward your purpose. Even tiny steps build momentum. Each day you act with intention, your life becomes clearer, stronger, and more meaningful. A purpose-driven life is not only achievable, it is transformative. Remember, purpose is the compass that guides your life. With it, you can overcome obstacles, stay motivated, and build a future that feels fulfilling. Without it, even success may feel empty. Choose purpose, take action, and watch your confidence, focus, and energy grow. Section 6. Building Life-Changing Habits. Habits are the building blocks of your life. What you do every day, even in small ways, shapes your future. Good habits give you energy, focus, and progress. Bad habits hold you back, create stress, and make life feel heavy. The difference between a life of struggle and a life of success often comes down to the habits you build and maintain. Many people have destructive habits without realizing it. Oversleeping, spending hours scrolling on social media, procrastinating tasks, and avoiding responsibilities may feel comforting in the moment. They provide temporary relief, but over time, they steal your energy, time, and confidence. For example, scrolling for hours at night may seem harmless, but it can affect sleep, mood, and productivity. Procrastination may feel safe, but it creates stress and regret. These habits trap you in a cycle where life feels stuck and progress is slow. On the other hand, empowering habits transform your life. Reading for 30 minutes a day expands knowledge and creativity. Reflection helps you learn from experiences and make better decisions. Planning your day or week gives clarity and focus. Discipline ensures that even on days when motivation is low, you continue taking steps toward your goals. These habits are simple but powerful, and over time, they compound into remarkable results. For instance, reading 10 pages every day may seem small, but in 1 year, you will finish several books and gain knowledge that changes your perspective. A simple system can help you build life-changing habits. Start by choosing 3 priorities. These should align with your goals and purpose. For example, you might choose health, learning, and personal growth. Next, create tiny daily actions for each priority. If health is your priority, your tiny action could be walking for 10 minutes. For learning, it could be reading 1 page of a book. For personal growth, it could be writing 1 thought in a journal. Tiny actions are easy to do consistently and slowly build momentum. Track your progress. Use a notebook, a calendar, or a habit tracking app. Mark each day you complete your small action. Seeing progress visually reinforces your motivation and creates a sense of achievement. Over time, tiny actions turn into habits, and habits turn into results. Routines are especially powerful because they protect you when motivation is low. Some days you may feel tired, lazy, or distracted. A strong routine keeps you moving forward even when you do not feel like it. For example, waking up and completing a morning routine of stretching, drinking water, and reviewing goals creates momentum for the whole day. Routines reduce the need for willpower because actions become automatic. Stories show how habits change lives. Take Lisa, who wanted to improve her health. She started with a small habit, drinking a glass of water every morning. Then she added a 5-minute walk. Gradually, she increased her exercise and changed her diet. A year later, she felt stronger, healthier, and more confident. Or think of Ahmed, who wanted to become a better communicator. He started by speaking to 1 new person each day and writing down 1 reflection in his journal. Over time, he became more confident and skilled at expressing himself. Small, consistent habits created big results in both cases. Building life-changing habits also teaches patience. You do not see results immediately, but persistence compounds over time. Destructive habits may give instant satisfaction, but they do not last. Empowering habits take small steps every day, but they create long-lasting strength, confidence, and growth. To start building your own habits today, follow these steps. Choose your 3 priorities. Focus on areas that matter most to your life and goals. Break them into tiny actions. Make the actions small enough to do every day. Track progress daily. Celebrate small wins and learn from misses. Build a routine Attach habits to existing activities, like after brushing your teeth or before dinner. Be consistent. Even if you miss a day, return immediately to keep momentum. Remember, habits are not about perfection. They are about persistence. Every small action counts. Every day, you follow your habit system. You are shaping your future. Even when life feels hard or motivation is low, your routines keep you moving forward. Contrast this with a life without habits. Days blend together, progress is slow, and stress builds. Life feels reactive instead of intentional. With good habits, life becomes proactive, focused, and full of energy. The choice is yours. Build small, consistent habits, and you will see results over time that feel almost magical. Start today. Pick your 3 priorities, choose one tiny action for each, and take the first step. Track it, celebrate it. Tomorrow, do it again. Over weeks and months, your life will change because of small, consistent habits. Your future depends on what you do every day. And your habits are the bridge between who you are now and who you want to become. Section 7. Overcoming pain, failure, and hard days. Life is not always easy. Everyone experiences pain, failure, and hard days. You may feel heartbreak from a relationship, pressure at work or school, financial stress, or self-doubt about your abilities. These moments can feel heavy and overwhelming. At times, it may seem like the weight of life is too much to carry. But how you respond to these challenges can make all the difference. Pain can either break you or shape you into a stronger person. Many people respond to pain by collapsing. They feel defeated, stop trying, and give up on their goals. When heartbreak happens, they isolate themselves. When failure comes, they avoid new challenges. When stress grows, they lose focus and hope. This response is natural because pain is uncomfortable. But giving in allows fear, doubt, and negativity to control your life. You remain stuck, and life feels heavier each day. The other response is transformation. Pain can teach valuable lessons, increase strength, and develop resilience. When you face challenges with the mindset of learning and growth, hard days become opportunities. For example, someone who loses a job can feel broken, or they can use it as a chance to improve skills, explore new careers, and find something better. Hardship is not easy, but it can shape your character and your future. There are practical ways to turn pain into growth. One method is reframing. Reframing means changing the way you see a situation. Instead of thinking, "This is terrible, I cannot handle it," you can think, "This is difficult, but I can learn from it and become stronger." Reframing helps you respond calmly rather than react emotionally. Patience is another key tool. Growth and healing do not happen overnight. Give yourself time to process emotions, recover, and take small steps forward. Even tiny progress each day moves you closer to strength and stability. Self-compassion is equally important. Treat yourself with kindness instead of criticism. Say to yourself, "It is okay to struggle. I am doing my best, and I will improve." Self-compassion reduces stress, builds confidence, and allows you to keep moving forward without shame. Stories show the power of transformation. Take Mia, who failed an important exam. At first, she felt hopeless and wanted to quit school. Then she reframed the situation, identifying mistakes and planning how to improve. She studied steadily, stayed patient, and eventually passed with high marks. Her pain became the reason for growth. Or consider Ravi, who faced financial difficulties. Instead of giving up, he learned new skills, budgeted carefully, and found better opportunities. Hard days did not break him. They made him stronger. Remember, you cannot avoid pain, failure, or hard days. They are part of life. What matters is how you respond. Choose transformation over collapse. Use reframing, patience, and self-compassion to guide you. Every challenge you overcome builds resilience and prepares you for future success. Even on your hardest day, take one small step forward. It could be a walk, a phone call, a completed task, or writing your thoughts. Each small action reminds you that you are capable of moving forward. Gradually, your strength grows, and pain loses its power to stop you. Life's struggles are not punishments. They are teachers. Pain can break you, or it can shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable person. The choice is yours. Face your challenges, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Your future depends on how you respond today. Section 8. Protecting your energy and environment. Your energy is one of your most valuable resources. How you feel, think, and act every day depends a lot on the people, places, and habits around you. If you surround yourself with negativity, chaos, and distractions, your energy is drained and progress slows. But if you create a supportive environment, your energy grows, focus improves, and success becomes easier to reach. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is necessary to achieve your goals and live a balanced life. Toxic environments can harm your mindset and motivation. Negative people, constant chaos, and unhealthy habits take energy away from you. For example, spending time with someone who always complains can make you feel drained and hopeless. Working in a cluttered or noisy space can make it difficult to focus. Habits like constantly checking social media or engaging in gossip can also steal your energy. Over time, toxic influences make you reactive, anxious, and unfocused. Life feels harder than it needs to be. In contrast, supportive environments help you thrive. Being around growth-focused people encourages learning and improvement. A calm and organized space allows focus and creativity. Healthy routines, like morning reflection or planning your day, give structure and stability. For example, a student who studies in a quiet room with supportive friends will learn faster and feel more confident than a student in a chaotic environment. The energy you put into your goals multiplies when your surroundings support you. Setting boundaries is a key part of protecting your energy. Boundaries help you decide what you will and will not accept in your life. For example, limit time with people who drain you emotionally. Politely say no to tasks or activities that distract from your priorities. Boundaries are not about avoiding life. They are about protecting your focus and well-being. Reducing negativity is another important step. Notice the sources of stress or bad energy in your life. This could be social media, news, toxic habits, or pessimistic thoughts. Gradually remove or limit these sources. Replace them with positive influences, such as inspirational books, uplifting music, or encouraging friends. Small changes in your environment lead to big improvements in your mindset and motivation. Building a space for personal growth means creating routines and habits that support your goals. For example, start a morning routine that includes reflection, planning, or exercise. Dedicate a quiet corner in your home for learning or creative work. Surround yourself with reminders of your purpose, like quotes, vision boards, or notes about your goals. These small actions signal your brain that your environment is designed for success. Stories show the impact of environment on growth. Consider Anna, who struggled to focus at work because of noisy coworkers. She started wearing headphones, organizing her desk, and connecting with motivated colleagues during breaks. Her energy improved, and her performance increased. Or take Leo, who wanted to improve his health. He removed unhealthy snacks from his home, joined a supportive fitness group, and started exercising in the morning. These environmental changes made it easier to maintain good habits and reach his goals. Protecting your energy is not a one-time task. It is an ongoing practice. Regularly review your relationships, spaces, and routines. Ask yourself, does this support my growth or drain my energy? Replace what harms you with what helps you thrive. Over time, your life becomes smoother, your focus sharper, and your ability to reach goals stronger. Contrast the two paths. In a toxic environment, progress is slow, energy is low, and life feels heavy. In a supportive environment, motivation grows, confidence builds, and success feels possible. You cannot control everything in life, but you can control what you allow into your mind and your space. Small, consistent actions to protect your energy create powerful results over time. Start today by identifying one negative influence in your life. Reduce or remove it and replace it with something positive. Set one small boundary to protect your focus. Organize a part of your space for clarity and calm. Each step strengthens your environment and your energy. The more intentional you are, the more your surroundings support your growth and your dreams. Your energy is precious. Protect it. Shape your environment. Surround yourself with positivity, calm, and inspiration. When you do, your mind and body will follow, and your life will move closer to the success, peace, and happiness you deserve. Section 9. Tracking your growth and staying consistent. Many people work hard every day, but still feel stuck. They put in effort, face challenges, and try new things, but nothing seems to change. This happens because progress is often invisible if it is not tracked. Living blindly, without measuring growth, makes it easy to forget how far you have come. Life feels slow, and motivation fades. Tracking your growth changes everything. When you measure progress, even small improvements become visible. You start to see that your efforts are not wasted, and each step forward builds momentum. Tracking helps you stay focused, motivated, and confident in your journey. It is a powerful tool to keep moving, even when challenges appear. One simple method is journaling. Writing down your actions, thoughts, and feelings every day helps you notice progress. You can record small wins, lessons learned, or challenges overcome. For example, if your goal is to build discipline, write each day what habit you completed. Over time, your journal becomes proof that you are growing, which inspires continued effort. Another method is monthly challenges. Set one goal each month and track your progress. For example, you could commit to reading 10 pages a day, exercising 3 times a week, or saving a small amount of money each day. At the end of the month, review your results. Celebrate what worked and identify what can improve. Monthly challenges create a sense of accomplishment and make growth measurable. Accountability partners are also helpful. Sharing your goals with someone supportive encourages consistency. Your partner can check in, give feedback, and celebrate progress with you. Accountability makes it harder to give up and easier to stay disciplined, even on tough days. Finally, create a reflection routine. Take time weekly or monthly to review your progress. Ask questions like, what did I achieve? What challenges did I face? What can I do better next week? Reflection helps you learn from your experiences, adjust your plan, and stay on track toward long-term goals. Consistency is the key to lasting change. Small actions repeated daily become habits, and habits create results. Tracking growth ensures that your consistency pays off. You may not see big changes immediately, but over weeks and months, your efforts compound into real, meaningful improvement. Contrast living blindly with tracking growth. Without tracking, you feel stuck, uncertain, and discouraged. With tracking, you see progress, feel motivated, and gain confidence in your journey. Tracking is the bridge between effort and achievement. Start today by picking one method: a journal, a monthly challenge, or a reflection routine. Record one small action each day and notice your growth. Consistency and tracking together create a life of progress, confidence, and long-term success. Every small step matters, and over time, your life transforms. Section 10. Your future starts today. Your future is not something that happens by chance. It is created by the choices you make every single day. Every action, no matter how small, shapes your tomorrow. The life you want, full of purpose, growth, and happiness, is waiting for you, but it only comes if you start today. Waiting for the perfect moment is the easiest way to stay stuck. The truth is, the right moment is now. Many people wait. They wait until they feel ready, until fear disappears, until life becomes easier. But life is never perfect. Fear, doubt, and challenges will always exist. Waiting only gives time to stress, regret, and lost opportunities. Contrast this with taking action today. Every small step you take moves you closer to your goals, even if the first step feels tiny. It creates momentum, builds confidence, and strengthens your courage. Think about everything we discussed in this video. You have learned how to understand why you feel lost, make the decision to fight back, master your mindset, break your limits, live with purpose, build life-changing habits, overcome pain, protect your energy, and track your growth. Each lesson points to one truth. Action is the bridge between your current life and your future. Knowledge alone is not enough. You must apply it, consistently and courageously. Your future deserves your effort. It deserves your discipline, your courage, and your persistence. Imagine looking back a year from now. Will you see a life shaped by fear and waiting? Or will you see a life built from small actions, daily habits, and brave decisions? Every choice you make today is an investment in that future. Each moment you act with intention strengthens your path and builds a life you can be proud of. Start with small actions, but start immediately. Choose one habit to practice today, one fear to face, one step toward your purpose. Celebrate it. Then repeat tomorrow. Consistency compounds over time. Momentum grows from action, and courage grows each time you choose to rise instead of retreat. Remember, your future is not a distant dream. It begins the moment you decide to act. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop doubting yourself and take control. The life you want, the success you seek, and the growth you desire are all built from choices made today. Your journey starts now. Your effort matters. Your courage matters. Your future is waiting, and it is yours to create. Take the first step today, and then take the next. Every small action adds up. Every brave choice shapes the life you were meant to live. Fight for it, protect it, build it, and remember, your future starts today. Conclusion. Look back for a moment at the journey we have explored together. You started feeling lost, unsure, and maybe even stuck in life. Your mind was filled with doubt, fear, and confusion. Days blended together, and the future felt uncertain. But now you have the tools, the mindset, and the clarity to change everything. The transformation begins with a simple but powerful truth. You are capable of creating the life you want. Throughout this journey, you have learned that your mind can be your greatest enemy or your strongest ally. You discovered the importance of a growth mindset, self-talk, focus, and courage. You have seen that limitations are often mental, and by stepping out of your comfort zone, you can break through barriers that once felt impossible. You have explored the power of living with purpose, building life-changing habits, and protecting your energy and environment to support your growth. You also learned how to handle life's hardest moments, pain, failure, and setbacks. These experiences no longer need to break you. They can shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You now understand the value of tracking progress, staying consistent, and celebrating small wins along the way. Every action, no matter how small, compounds over time to create meaningful results. Contrast who you were at the beginning with who you are becoming. You were reactive. Now you are intentional. You were unsure. Now you have clarity. You were passive. Now you take action. Each choice, each habit, and each courageous step brings you closer to the life you deserve. Your journey is not over. Life will continue to present challenges, fears, and doubts, but now you have the tools and the mindset to face them. You are powerful. You are capable. You are worthy of a better future. Take one meaningful action today. It could be writing down your purpose, starting a small habit, setting a boundary, or taking a brave step outside your comfort zone. Whatever it is, do it now. Each action is proof that you are moving forward, proof that you are committed to your growth, and proof that your future is in your hands. Remember, transformation does not happen overnight, but every small, consistent step leads to a life of confidence, purpose, and fulfillment. You are on the path to becoming the best version of yourself, and the journey is yours to create. Keep going, keep rising, and never stop fighting for your future.